What's up? I see a few people have shown up. So what I'm going to do right now is, as I am editing these docs, no, I'm not even running it right now. Let's do remix run over here. And let's start up the server. Gonna need a server here too. Actually, I switched to npm run dev. All right. So if you've been following along, these docs pull from GitHub in production, but they just pull from my file system locally. So I've got over here, here's all of our code. So the remix source code itself is right here, and the docs live inside of this, so that when we change APIs, which hopefully we're not going to do as much moving forward, and update the docs and stuff, we can just do that stuff with the source code as it changes. And then the actual docs page is a different repository. So in development, I actually go and read from this folder right here, the docs folder, so I can just do it all locally. And what I want to be able to do is, when I make a change to the docs, so I got both folders here in my workspace. This is the source code docs, and this is the app I'm running. When I make a change here, I want it to do a live reload. So if I change this installing remix to say something else, like tutorial installation, like installing remix is great. I want this to automatically update. So that is what I'm going to do first. So live reload, there's actually an npm module, npm install -g live reload. It always looks like liver eload to me. But anyway, I already have this installed. So I'm gonna cd into the remix source code docs folder. I'm gonna say live reload, and right here. And then I'm going to say I want extensions. It'll automatically watch like JavaScript and stuff, but I want it to watch Markdown because that's what all my files are. So that just started. A little web server on port 35729. I always wonder how people pick their port numbers for their tools. But anyway, and so now all I have to do is point a script element over at that little web server, and then they're going to have some client-side JavaScript that sets up a WebSocket, and then we'll automatically reload. So somebody in our Discord actually had, I forgot who it was. I should give them credit. But anyway, here's a nice little snippet that I'm going to use in my actual docs. We can close out that thing now. So I'll come over here, go to my app, go to my root. Actually, no, I want to make a new file. So we're going to, actually, this should be in my docs folder because I'm kind of namespacing it here, anticipating making it its own package one day so anyone can use this for their docs. What was it called? Live reload. But you know what? I'm not going to do a whole new file. I'm just going to put it, I'm just going to put it in my root here. Boop. I don't need to export it. No default. Live reload. Should I bump up the font, or are we okay? I'll wait for a comment. Well, let's just do it. Oh gosh, that's huge. That's too much. I think 37 on the page is probably okay. All right, so I've got a live reload function here, and then I was already thinking about doing that. Oh, did I already paste it in here? I did already paste it in here. All right, whatever. Okay, so that one's in there. And Remix should have rebuilt. Yes, it did. So I should be able to just come over here and let's see if it's in. I should have a WebSocket. Yeah, I got a live reload WebSocket. Okay, this is cool. So now, I got to keep my DevTools open to disable that cache, but they're kind of bugging me right there. So I'm going to put them in their own window and, oops. Oh, good grief. I am grabbing all the wrong windows everywhere. We'll just minimize it. Okay, so let's see if it worked. So now I should be able to come over to my docs folder and change this back. Save. Hey, it reloaded. So this is kind of interesting because I've separated my data and my source code. I'm not processing Markdown in my build. This Markdown is actually coming in through a route. This route. So I've got this loader in Remix that gets the versions for Remix. And then it grabs the slug, this last part off, and then goes and gets that document either from my file system or from GitHub. So what this means is this isn't a part of my build. So even if we had HMR or live reload, like built straight into Remix, which we intend to do, but even if we had that, I couldn't do that here. I would still need my own live reload server to do this. So it's kind of interesting, kind of cool. So yeah, there are lots of tools out there, and you can pile them into your app and use them. And Remix doesn't have to add everything for you all the time. Okay, what did I want to do next? Now that I've got my live reload happening, okay, that's right. So here I've got a convention in these files. So each one of these files has some metadata up here. You can see they've got an order. If there's no order, then it'll just go in alphabetical order like these ones. And like the guides, just alphabetical order. If there's a published, like the releases, they'll go in that order. But then this tutorial, I needed to force an order. And so on each one of these, I say which order it is. And so that's working, but what I want to do next is down at the bottom of this page, I want it to have a link to the next one, right? Because you just finished this, go to the next one. And I don't want to have to do that on every single one of these, right? Down here, I could easily add a link that's like, next up, data loading. Or whatever. Oh, no, defining route. See, this is the problem. And then if I go and change the name of these files, then all my links are busted. It's just better to auto-generate links whenever you can so that you don't ever have busted links. So that's what I want to do. And I have this convention here in the tutorial index file. This holds metadata for, there's no page here, but it holds metadata for like this title right there. So I'm saying, hey, here's the order. Actually, that doesn't matter. Oh yeah, see this one, order one. So I put the tutorial at the top, and then API, guides, release history, all go alphabetical. So same thing here. So sibling links, what I want this to do, I haven't implemented this, what I want this to do is all of the children inside of here, I want these to have links to each other, to the siblings. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, hey, my live reload. That was cool. Next up, data loading. So that's the goal, but have it automatically happen. All right. And so now, actually, I don't want to have my live reload. Gotta close out windows. I hate tons of open windows. I actually want my live reload to watch my source code now instead of my docs. So I'm just going to say, hey, watch the public build folder. So whenever we write into that folder, this should update. So let's see how that goes. So now I am inside of my source. Let's just do something boring here. Oh, we're not going to see it because of my CSS, I don't think. Cool. Oh, yeah. All right, so now let's watch my source code. Okay. So these are 2 routes, so I'm going to be over in this route. That's my splat route. And I need to know when I'm rendering. Oh no, that's the page. Okay, so I'm on a page. I need to know when I'm rendering. So all I know is the page. So doc, I know its attributes, the HTML that I dump in there, and the title, but I don't know the parent, and that's the thing that matters, because the parent is the one that says sibling links true. It's the parent that defines that these children should have links. So I need to get some data. I need to know the parent. All right, I have to like figure out what's the parent. And then I'm going to check the parent's attributes. This is going to be, is this a menu dir? Where does that come from? Right there. And so then the parent's going to have, it's going to have attributes like sibling links. Yeah. And so then down here, I'm going to have to be like, show sibling links. Right, it's true or something, or next sibling. If there's a, I don't know. I'm going to need to know the next sibling. And that thing is going to be a menu file. And then I should be able to say, man, TypeScript is really nice. Yeah, then I can go to its path. Okay. So then I'll have like should show next link or something like that. It's going to be true or false. So it's going to be like parent.attributes.sibling links. And then okay, so the next sibling, I'm going to say, should we show the sibling link? Oh, we also need to know the position of this thing first. Check in the comments. Sorry, I'd like to stop now. This is hurting my brain. Look what I just learned. I can put a comment up there. Is your VS Code setting public? I like the little icons on the side when there's an error. Oh, no, those aren't public. I don't even know which one that is, but you can probably just search for gutter is my guess. So in Vim, I got that kind of stuff, and it was in the gutter. That's probably what I searched. Are you using param route doc for this site? So it's just a splat. So the routes in here are defined manually in my remix config. And then I just point to some files because you can't do splat routes with the file system. At least not yet. We've thought about some syntax for it for the files, but we haven't done it yet. So yeah, so I'm just pointing at files here. My routes folder, as you can see, is empty right there. Are your, all right, we got the typo correction there. Very nice. All right. So I'm gonna need to know the parent, and then I'm gonna need to know, does this want to show sibling links? And am I last? Am I the last airbender? Am I the last doc? What's that gonna be? That's gonna be like, and another thing is last doc. Put the parent in there, and I'm gonna need to know my path. Probably gonna want that from the location. I don't know, we'll figure that out. So path, this is gonna be a string. My path. I don't know where I'm at. So this is going to be something like this whole path, like where am I? Who am I? So it's going to be something like that. That's my guess. So I'm going to need to know who's my parent, what's my path. Oh, that's just location.path name. You know what? I'm not going to use that anywhere else. Get that. I don't want it from React Router. That probably is wrong. I want it from React Router DOM. Okay, so I need to know my parent. Don't know how I'm going to get that yet. Well, okay. Should show next link. That's my parent says we should. And then I need to know if I'm the last one. So is last doc. I'll know the parent, and then I'll know my path. And then the next sibling. Sibling links. I'm just going to say that. And then next sibling is going to be, are we doing sibling links? And is not the last doc. Do a little short circuiting there so I don't do this. This is probably going to be a little algorithm in there. Don't need to do that work if we don't want to. Is this my last doc? Or I'm not the last doc. If that and that, then the sibling link is going to just be something cool. Sibling link. I don't know. I'm just going to do something dumb right now. Sibling link. Yeah, I think that'll work. What is splat? Oh, all right, Jens. Splat is just a star path. So instead of, so when we have a path like this, like version, that's only going to match one segment, one thing between slashes. So this is going to match a URL like version 0.15 slash, and then we got some more stuff after there. So when we say version, it's not going to match on slashes. It's just going to look for stuff in between slashes. So we call that a segment. And when it's like this, we call it a dynamic segment. A splat is a lot like a dynamic segment, but it'll include slashes. So it's just saying everything else that's inside of here. So this route right here is saying, I don't care what you've got after this, just give me everything. So in this case, it's tutorial/one installation. Down here, it's API/app/URL imports. So we're just saying, just give me everything after that. Good question. Okay. So I'm going to get my parent. I'm going to know my path. I'm going to ask the parent, do you even want sibling links? And then I'm going to figure out, do I want a next sibling? I got to know if I'm the last doc or not. If I am the last doc, I'm not doing it. And then, oh, I should do that all after that doc. Because we might not even, am I using the doc? You know what? I'm just going to do all that afterward. So I don't even have a doc. There's no point. Now React would get mad at me if I did this down here. Hook conditionally. All right, got my hooks up here. Now I'm going to call that location because then it's weird up there. Parent, siblings, next sibling. I'm just going to call it next. Next link. And then down here, let's put the next link in there. Turn into ternary, put null here so React doesn't do anything weird. Okay. I think we're good. How many people we got? 24. Welcome everybody. 24 was a great show. All right, I'm gonna implement get parent, and then I'm also gonna need is last doc, and this is just going to return false. I'm going to just be like, probably not. And the parent, I'm just going to return just dumb thing right here and get all my rendering right first. Attributes, sibling links. Let's actually find it. Okay, so get parent. Where do I know this data? I don't know it in my splat route. All I know is my document. I don't know this menu. I need access to this entire menu. Oh dang, this comes up all the time. I want to make sure I'm on my right microphone. Yeah. This comes up all the time in our Discord. I've got data in my parent route. How do I get it down to the child routes? So this is something, I should probably adjust my camera this way because I keep going out of screen. Actually, you know what? I can make that widescreen too. If I could remember how. Let's see, classic 4x3, let's go wide. And I got a little bit more room to move around like a dork. Yeah, sorry. Still learning how to stream. What is your microphone and PC setup? I have a Scarlett 2i2 and then an Audio-Technica lapel mic because I can't stand those big things in my mic. The bigger ones sound better. I have one of those. I just don't like them in my way. The problem is my beard gets onto this mic a lot, but the mic still sounds good. It was like $200 or $300, pretty solid mic. And then my camera, my wife's a photographer, so I've got a Canon 5D Mark III, which is not good for streaming, logistically, because it actually like has to write to the SD card, and I need a cam link that's like $300, and I probably need a lens that's not zoomed in so much, but anyway, that's my setup. Sorry, I guess I'm looking at comments now. Huge fan of Reach. Thank you. What's the reason behind using let instead of const? Honestly, it's 3 letters, and I'm old, and I'm sick of typing 5 letters, and const just feels so serious, and I'm not that serious when I'm writing code ever. Code is mostly about having fun, and I have more fun typing 3 letters. I like the way it reads, too. Let path equal instead of const my path. Then finishes off saying, curious about your take. How do I make that bigger? No, I can't. All right. Curious about your take on the, anyway, yeah, that's it. Just lazy. Okay, back to the code. What we're gonna do. Get parent. So this is a problem that a lot of people, that comes up a lot. We've got the data in the route above this, the version route right here. This is the thing that knows in my loader, it's the one that gets the menu. And this menu is huge. Let's take a look at it. So here it is. Move this. You know what? I'm going big. So here is the menu, and you can see it's got a whole list of DIRs as well. So it could be like, let's look at all of it. So you can see each one of these directories. Here's the tutorial, that's what we're looking for. So this is a nested object. So to find, first of all, I just got to get this down to my child route. So we're actually gonna build this into React Router. It's not there yet, so I'm just gonna manually do it real quick. I'm gonna keep that in the console log in there. So down here in our outlet, this is where we have our data. We have the menu on here. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to put this menu on context so that any child routes can get access to it. So I'm going to change this to a data outlet. And again, we're going to build this right into React Router as soon as we get Remix out the door with the 1.0. And let's see, I'm going to say value. Data outlet equals value, or actually we're going to call it context. So what you'll be able to do in React Router is just outlet context. We think that's what we're going to call it because that's literally what it is. It's context. And so then I'm going to pass it data.menu. So let's make a data outlet. Data outlet TSX. Going to import create context from React. Context is going to be create context. It's going to be an any, so just leave me alone. TypeScript, and then we're going to need the actual component. Exprot. Data outlet. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, and it's going to take a value. That's an any as well. I really don't care what goes in here. And then we're going to return our, let's call it outlet context, I guess. Outlet context.provider. Value is oh, I decided I was going to call this context, right? Yeah. And then we're going to need the children to come in here. Because what is the point of one of these things if you don't pass some children in? And I really don't care what children is either. I think it's like React node or something like that. Actually, let's just import type. What am I doing? I'm just going to do that. And then, what are you mad at? Prettier one. Oh, there we go. I think that should be good. And then we'll export function use outlet context. I'm going to make this generic. And then you'll get your type back, whatever you passed in. So you're the one that knows what the heck you're doing with this thing. You React use context, outlet context. I think that's it. So now I should be able to come back over here to version, bring in my data outlet. And it is mad. Oh, data outlet doesn't take children. Yeah, this is an outlet. There we go. That was silly. React router DOM. There we go. You know what? I'm going to go back to this one. Create context. And use context. Whoop, that ain't it. All right, we have a data outlet, and it should be happy over here. So now what I've done is I've taken data from a parent route, the docs route. Let's go to remix config and see what this is. So this route had a loader and figured out data, so I put that on context, and now these ones can go and ask for it without like passing it specifically. And so anyone who wants it can ask for it. So that one looks good. So now my page over here, we can import, if I could spell, data outlet. What do I want in here? Use outlet context. Menu equals use outlet context, and this is a menu dir, if I remember right. Yes, that's it. Oh, these are all just types. What am I doing here? There we go. So I should have a menu now. Let's not be weird yet. Let's not do this stuff yet. Do I have any? Oh, camera went off. Sorry. There's another reason why this camera is silly. Because it might go off in another 5 minutes. And if it does, I'm going to have to get up and delete the stuff on the SD card. We've got a family party on there and a wedding and a few weddings. So I can't delete everything. Okay. No TypeScript errors, so this should work. I'm going to go back to installing. And I want to see if I got my menu here. Oh, so you know what? I'm going to go get rid of the console log in my loader. And I should still see since I had both of them, I just want to be totally sure that I have that right. So let's say, oh crap. Yeah, hey, hang on a sec. I gotta delete some stuff from the SD card. Give me a minute. This will be brief. And it doesn't have a flip out thing either, so it's like I gotta go behind the camera to see anything. Almost done. All right. And we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I want to make sure that this is from my component. So I'm actually not like totally sure that. Okay, cool. Yeah. So there we go. We can pass data from parent routes down to children routes through the outlet. Once again, we're going to build that right into React Router so you don't have to go and do this thing yourself. Honestly. So the reason that we aren't like shipping, like it'd be so easy to just copy and paste this and go dump it into React Router, but we're just kind of unhappy with some of the things in like our types in there and a little bit of the build and stuff. So it's hard to go in there without starting to yak shave like crazy. So we're just like out of sight, out of mind. But we'll get back over there. Then you get stuck in open source, and open source is awesome and opens up tons of opportunities, but at the moment, it's critical that we start making some money again. So we're doing our best to keep the main thing the main thing. So thanks for your patience there. All right, now I've got data from the parent to the child, so now I can implement my get parent. So here's my path. So get parent, I'm gonna pass in the menu. This is a nested structure. I don't want to recurse. Because I'm doing this every render. You know what? I want a map. I want a map. This, oh yeah, this will be so easy. Okay, if I use a map, then I can just say that my parent is, I'm going to call it a menu map. We're going to switch this. I'm going to get a menu map out of there. I don't know what a menu map is yet, but that's what it's going to be. What is a menu map? Menu map is going to be a map of string menu file. That's what that's going to be. Okay, and so then all I got to do is menu map.get my path. So instead of recursing down this nested structure, like to try to like find something and compare a whole bunch of things, I'm going to do that work up front, turn this into a flat map of just key value. So I'm going to take this nested structure, right? These docs right here are all nested. I'm going to flatten it once, so then I can just look things up really quick and really easy. I'll probably end up using use memo as well. So let's come back up to the parent route, and we're going to come down here, and we're going to say, all right, data outlet, context, data menu. Nope, I want a menu map here. And my menu map is this. And I'm going to export that because you are going to need it. Import type menu map from routes version. What? Ah, yeah, there we go. So the page is going to get it from the parent. The parent is going to make a menu map. So let menu map equal, and let's memoize this with React so that we don't do this every single time, because now that means every render I would be recursing. I just want to recurse once. I could do this work up in the loader on the server and send it down. I wanted to do that though because this could be a lot of data and it's going to be in both places. It'll be in the HTML and it'll be in the data payload for the hydration that we hand off. So I'm just going to do it once at render. That's fine. So it'll happen on the server. User will get the page real fast. The hydration, this is only going to cost us once during the hydration. But you won't even notice it because we server rendered. So it's not going to delay the first paint or anything like that. So data.menu, what am I going to do? Return, create menu map. I'm going to hand you the menu. What's this going to do? Menu, that's a menu dir. Oh, do I not have these things? Go get it. So now I'm going to say I want the map in here. I'm going to pass it because I'm going to recurse. And almost anytime you're going to recurse a function and you're storing a value, it's nice to just pass it in to the next version instead of concatenating or whatever else. So my map is going to be a menu map. And I'm just going to initialize. If you don't get one, make one. What did my dir look like? All right, I'm done with 2 windows. My dir has .dir. I don't need this. I got TypeScript. So I got dirs and I got files. So I'm going to say for let file of menu.files map.set. You can see each one of these things has a path on it. So I'm going to say set this to the file.path, and it is the file itself. Right, our map here, our menu map is what's your path, and then you. And then I'll be able to, over here in page, I'm going to be able to just be really easy and be like, I know my path. Give me that. Oh, I don't want the parent. I don't want the file. I want the parent. Don't set the file. I want this. Let's call this dir because they're nested. So yeah, that's right. So I've got this is wrong. This is not menu file. This is menu dir. Yeah, now I can look. That's right. That's what I'm trying to do. My path, give me who my parent is. All right, that'll be good. And then if the dir has some dirs, we're going to create menu map. Here's the recursion part. And I'm going to pass you, oops, not yet, for let dir of dir.dirs, dir. By the way, you should not, I know it sounds like I'm doing like the dir thing, but don't do that. The origination of that is not good. It's mocking people who either have speech impediments or have mental illness, and it's just not cool. So, okay, so create menu map. I'm going to pass you this dir. Oh, this is like a child dir of dir.dir, so I'm going to say child dir. That'll be easier. And then this is where I pass that map through. So each one of these is going to get it and set it here for its files. And I'll return that map. Let's see how we do. We still logging it? I don't think we've saved over here. So let's see what it looks like. I'm just going to get its keys here. Yeah, look at that. So each one of them, I've just got this flat structure that I can easily say like, give me your parent. So it's the full path on there. So that's perfect because that's our location path. I'm enforcing slashes on here. I'm not going to get into that, why, but there's a reason. Browsers are funny with trailing slashes. And these are all marked down, and I want the links to work on GitHub as well, just for us. And so the trailing slash helps me do that. So we're not going to stress too much about that, though. Okay, so my path is location.pathname. The parent is menumap.get. My path, I'm going to replace here the trailing slash. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna these don't have a trailing slash, but my actual URLs do. And so location path name is gonna have that on there. So I'm gonna pull it off. And then I should have the parent. Oh, yeah, look at that. We got it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, and this one. Oh, I just got it twice. Okay. I get it twice because I have like 2 of these running? No? Anyway, that's cool. What's next? Next, this is why I love to like, before I build the feature, I like to like sit back and think, okay, once all my code works, what do I want this part to look like? It's almost, I mean, maybe I should write a unit test instead, but I don't really like writing unit tests at the end of my app. Because designs change and then all your unit tests break. Anytime you want to change anything at all, it's all busted. It's really, anyway, don't need to get into that. Yeah, so I like to write this stuff first. So then when I do these little tricks and you get like, forget what you were doing, you can come back here and be like, so what did I want to do? So, so sibling links. Is this a maybe? We don't get it. Okay, so what I'm inclined to do here is say, no, you are gonna get something because the nature of this, of the design of this site, if there wasn't a parent, you wouldn't have gotten here in the first place. Like we wouldn't have even rendered a link to you. If it's an invalid link, if it's not in the menu, then you're going to get a 404. So I'm pretty sure, because I think it's impossible to get here if you aren't in the menu. I always like to put whenever I use this, I like to put a bang and just like explain to me in the future and anyone else working in this code, just so we know like what was my assumption here. I hate coming across these later and thinking like, why? Why did I do that? Why am I so confident that this value is going to be there? How do you know? Probably the better thing to do is have like an invariant kind of thing and throw an error, and then we'll go down the error path. But I'm really confident in this. I'm going to say, I think I'm gonna say like 90% confidence. Actually, I'm better than that. I'm one standard deviation. Yeah. Okay. So that should be there. Let's see. Hey, Kent. Sibling links. True, true, true. All right. Oh, that's cool. Now watch this. If I come into like, I don't know, let's go into Remix Run React. Oh, that was all client rendered, so I'm going to need to do a reload here. Sibling links undefined, because this one doesn't want sibling links over here in my docs. Remember, we've got what am I doing? Not API. In the tutorial index meta, it says, yeah, I do want the sibling links. In the API, where I'm looking here, the React one, this one doesn't have sibling links. So I don't want to generate these things. So that is excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, this is cool. So let's come down to I'm going to do, and that one's big. I'm going to do styling. Styling's smaller. So my scroll restoration is not going to stay between these reloads, because this is not the window, this is a scrollable div. I do have scroll restoration when you're clicking back and forth, which is cool. I'll show that another day. Actually, we're going to build that into Remix too. But anyway, just won't have to scroll so far. Kent's got a question. Shows up and just starts firing. I think it'd be cool to have a function that's an assertion guard so you can do the invariant thing without doing the bang. I think that's what I said right before you showed up. Yeah. Show up on time next time and you'll see it. But yeah, that's what we do in Remix itself. Is we have this invariant thing where we say invariant parent. So this is like, the way that we think about invariants is as a library author, as Remix developers, we screwed up. Anytime like we think, oh yeah, we're going to have a parent here for sure, we'll do that and then say no parent. And then our invariant, you've maybe seen these bugs every now and then, our invariant says, hey, there was an error. This is a bug in Remix. This is not a bug in your app. So we use invariant whenever we have an assumption and we may have screwed up. And then you can add some types inside of here to have a type guard like Kent is talking about, to where now TypeScript is going to understand, okay, I'm not going to get to this line if there's no parent. And so then this error would go away. But yeah, that's the better way to do it. But I'm gonna be lazy until I put an invariant function in here, and then that's what I'll do. Here we go. To do, add invariant. Module. Okay, so now I know that I want to do sibling links. So the last couple steps here is to say, is this the last doc? Oh, we don't even have that. Look at that. We thought we were going to have a big function, and we don't. Let's put the link in there. So I'm going to pass in the parent and my path. This is a menu dir. And then doc path is a string. And then how do we know parent.files? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. For let file of parent.files if, oh no, we need to know my index. We need to know my index. Let file index. Oh, wait, I can do this a whole lot easier. Let last equals parent.files, dot length -1. So I'm going to get the very last one of those. I can't believe that we don't have array.last yet. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm low riding over here. All right, so I'm going to get my last one and then return the last dot path equals my doc path. Except for, am I going to have the trailing slashes? I hate trailing slashes. Which one? My path. I've removed it from there already. Okay. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Trailing slash should be gone. Okay. I think that's it. That's how I know if I'm the last one. That turned out a lot better than I expected. You know what? I can just say that now. Oh no. I'm going to need to go find that sibling now. Interesting. Because I want to link to like its title and stuff, you know? Anyway, let's go see how we're doing. I don't think I need this up anymore. Sibling link! Woohoo! Okay. Okay. All right. So what I want is I'm on styling. I want to say up next, actions and data updates, and put that in here. And I also want an HR in there. I love fragments. That HR is disgusting. I gotta fix that. You disgust me. What do I want to do? I guess I'll just have a function or a component. I'll just do a component. Next link. Ha! This isn't the next link you think it is. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Next link. I don't know what I'm gonna get yet. I need to tell you a few things. I need the next one. I don't need a component. That's gonna be silly. I don't need that. Get out of here. Actually, I'm just gonna undo that junk. Undo. So what I need to do is I need to get I'll just put a function in here. I need to get the get next title. Here's the parent. And here is my path. So I'm going to go find my index, and go to the next one, and then get it. Yeah, I like that. Well, I don't know if I like it, but I know it'll work. Parent is a menu dir. Current path is a string. This is me. I want to get the next one, so I like the word current here for next. Oh, we got a question over here. Array slice -1 is the closest we've got so far. Oh, Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's nice. Parent.files.slice -1. Oh, now it's like, oh, and then that, which was in the comment. Oh, the next comment. Well, technically. Yeah. I don't know which one I like better. Which one's weirder? They're both weird. I don't know. Thanks for the suggestion. It would be rude of me not to use your suggestion, so I'm going to use it. And then when I close the stream, I'm going to switch it back to my code. I'm just kidding. I'll leave it. I like that. You want to get weird? Let's get weird. Array.prototype.last. Yeah. This is going to be funny. This is going to freak some people out. Let's do this. Just to make the stream a little more entertaining. Are we ready for this? Array.prototype.last is return this.slice -1 0. Property last does not exist on type any. So, I don't even know how to fix that. Expect error. And maybe one day I'll fix that. Know how to fix that. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just rolling. Forget it. This is gonna be so funny. All right. So now we can say parent.files.last. TypeScript is so mad everywhere. There we go. That's how you ruin JavaScript. I learned this lesson the hard way with MooTools. They messed with the prototype of everything. And my jQuery sites, 12 years later, 10 years later, still run. My MooTools sites are busted. All right. I'm not going to do that. That's too weird. Okay. Oh, wait. But I did want... Now I'm on like crazy tangents. I did want to do that, though. Slice -1 0. All right. Get next title. I think I saw another question over there. Do you have key binding set for those code tool tips? Yes, GH when I'm in normal mode. This is insert mode in Vim. This is normal mode in Vim, and so I can say GH, and it gives me that. And I can say GP. Nope, that's go to what is it? Oh shoot, I just made a new one. What is my new one? That's right, go to preview, and then it opens it in a side one, so I can be like, I can come over here and be like, oh, I want to see what is a doc. GP opens up in a side window, and I can come in and explore here, and then just Command W and get rid of that thing. I love this one, GP, when I like need to dig in, because interfaces don't usually show. Oh, I did some stuff here too. Oh, that's a type. Never mind. That's why. The interfaces aren't going to show all that stuff. It's just like interface doc, and so then GP sends me over there. All right, we're going to turn this whole stream into how to find the last item in an array. At this point, we've got this one. Looks good, Hugo. I love it. Oh, and then if we're being weird, we can even do some more. Anyway, I think we're good. I think we're good. So get next title. This is ridiculous. I'm just screwing around now, just having fun. Parent is a dir, menu dir. My current path is a string. I lost all that in all of our screwing around. So next title is going to be, I gotta find my index. Let my index equal parent.files find index. Returns the index of the first element in the array where predicate is true. It's a file. File.path equals current path. I can't use index of because it's not an array of strings, it's an array of objects. So this is a lot like index of, but you can like cruise through and find things. And so then we're going to say the next index is my index plus 1. And I don't have to worry about, oh, do I actually have one here, or am I at the end of the array? Because we're not going to ever ask for this next title unless we've already bailed before then, right? We've already said that we're not the last doc, so we can definitely be naive here and just say, yeah, plus 1. And then let's return this. Sorry, my traps are like killing me, my last couple workouts. Anyway, I like to make a comment here. We should always have another because we bailed while rendering. Because we don't render this stuff if we are the last one. You know, it'd take fewer characters just to put the guard in there, but anyway. So now the next doc is going to be parent.files. Next, no, we'll just say my index plus 1. Let's just return the whole next doc, actually. I want to get, we just need the title. We just need the title. Oh, now we can just return this whole dang thing. I wrote slice 1 instead. All right, thanks for catching that, Mikhail. Yep, and this is why you should not play around and why code should not be fun. This is a job. It is serious business. All right. We got it? Yeah, that should work. Oh, shoot! Doesn't matter how long you've been programming. It's always fun. Especially when it comes together first try. Oh! My camera. Sorry, I got to delete it again. Give me 1 sec. Amateur. I'm an amateur streamer. I told my kids that I've been streaming this week, and they're like a YouTuber? And I was like, yeah, I've been streaming just like a YouTuber. In fact, your dad is a YouTuber, and it just blows their minds that their dad is a YouTuber. Might as well like host your own TV show to kids if you're a YouTuber. Uh-oh, now I've walked over my microphone cord with my chair. Okay, and we're back. How many people did I lose over that? Quite a few. Just kidding. Okay, it worked. Cool. Now let's turn it into a link. Link to, oh, I do want the whole doc. Because I need to link to its path. Okay. I can make a new component, or I can be extra weird here and do an immediately invoked function so I get a little scope in this short circuit here. So I'm going to be short-circuited. I'm doing it. I'm doing it just for the kicks and the giggles. You're going to love it. All right, are we doing sibling links? No, we're out. JavaScript doesn't run. Am I the last doc? Yes, we're out. No, all right, we're in. Now we're gonna create a little function expression here, and then we're gonna call it right away, and now we've got ourselves a lovely little scope. All right. So we'll say let next doc equal this thing. This makes me laugh and cringe at the same time. Oh, it's so good. It's beautiful. Parent my path, get next doc, whoop, and then what are we doing here? We're doing doc.title. We're returning that whole thing. This is next doc.title. And then do a link here. Very close. I don't know if I've imported a link. Nope. All right, got the link to next doc.path. And since I'm enforcing these slashes, that's so terrible. I need to not do that. I got to figure out something else there. Anyway, I don't care right now. This is for me so I can go and grep later. All my spots where I do these trailing slashes. Jacob, I encourage you in your next task, your next ticket that you work on, use an immediately invoked function expression in the middle of a ternary, right? It's even this is why I'm self-employed. This is why no one will work with me except Michael. He'll put up with me. All right. I think that's it. Save. Boom. Whoop. Oh, dang. That is cool. Deploying. And then we're all done. So we can say that our next link is, you're done. Great work, everybody. Probably put the HR in there too. And now I'm doing dumb stuff. Anyway. Thanks, I hate it. Aaron, if I do that, the reviewers are going to ask, what's that? And then it will be a learning experience. And then all you have to do is say, Dan Abramov does it. And then everyone will be like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, shoot, Hugo, you're right. Make the call, take the argument into iffy and drop the let. Okay, so I did an exercise once on my team just for kicks. For that day, we had to anyway, sorry, there was another piece to it. For that day, when we were writing our code, we had to write at least one function that had arguments and had variables in it. We had to write that function or go refactor an existing function in our code base to not use any variable declarations at all. So everything had to be an iffy. You had to pass arguments from one function call to another. And you can act like you could write this whole function right here with no variable declarations whatsoever, only functions. And it is a mind trip. It's super fun too. So anyway, let's here we go. We're gonna really sell this thing. So we're gonna pass in this next doc. We're going to get rid of that. Next doc is going to come in as an argument, and that's going to come in up here by passing it in down there. Which means now we can get rid of our curlies on that thing. Oh boy, I'm dying. This is so funny. And I'm always rendering something now, so I can put the HR right there. All right, look at that. That is hilarious. You're gonna look at this code and not have any idea what is going on. Oh, Prettier made this really hard to tell. So we're over here, and then boom, we're calling a function and passing that in, and then that swings around up to there. Thank you, Hugo. I love it. Oh, that is funny stuff. That is good stuff. Okay. I'm pumped. This is awesome. So this should really say, next up. Next up, deploying. Yeah, that's great. Wait, where am I? What did I do? Why is that active? Something got really confused here. You like the new, got rid of the numbers when we add code, and it just reads kind of like a git diff. It's kind of cool, like pop, add that, pop, add that. Okay. That's it. That's what I wanted to do today on the stream. Been going a little over an hour. I'll hang out here for a minute if there are any questions about this, about Remix, about whatever. First 4 digits of our credit card. Well, looks like someone else has questions that are a little bit more pressing than yours at the moment. So I'm going to take off. Thanks for joining. That's how you can get live reload working in Remix or any app. And you saw it's kind of cool where we got live reload going on, not just for our source code, but we pointed it at these docs as well, which is a totally external thing. So yeah, kind of cool. And then we figured out how to pass data from parents to children routes right here with the data outlet. That's coming to React Router eventually. Oh, look, solved our own problem. Excellent. And then we looked at maps, use memo, so we didn't recalculate that all the time, and then screwed around with JavaScript. That's what we did today. All right, thanks everybody.